Today we're talking about what's new for the AD carry role in 2016.
For the most part, it's just going to be about skillfully outplaying your opponent instead of sitting 700 range with Triss or Jinx and not really doing anything, just right-clicking the closest target. It's about aiming your abilities, making sure you don't miss an auto, stagger an auto, or misuse one of your cooldowns. You're going to be relatively lower range compared to other seasons where like Ashe, Caitlyn, Triss, and Jinx were at the top of the AD carry food chain. Now you're going to be probably in the fray a lot, and you're going to have to dodge skill shots and be really aware of enemy cooldowns as well as your own. Overall, the role is a lot more skillful than it used to be.
The ADC rework, they really impact a lot of identity for AD carries. For example, Corki is more geared into its hybrid mixed damage, and Lucian is more geared toward being a pretty strong laner and having a strong mid game. And there's just a lot of identities for AD carries now, which is very good.
I think the two biggest changes are Essence Reaper and Rapid Fire Cannon, because not only do they have great synergy together, but they're really good for the low range ADs like Lucian and Misfortune. Previously, these champions had problems scaling and getting auto attacks off in team fights, but these items have really just made caster AD carries really dominant in lane and outside as well.
The new masteries for AD carry is you just go into Cunning to get the Thunderlords and the Ferocity to get Feast, pretty much. Those are kind of the two main masteries that you need.
Fervor is still tweaking right now, so it might be in play a little bit more during the season.
The strongest that comes to my mind is Lucian, because it has a strong early game, mid game throughout the Thunderlord. Versus a lot of matchup, it basically cannot lose a trade. So it's a good for a new AD carry or new players that come to the role, because that's the champion that has the easiest way in early game, mid game. It's a lot of fun as well. So there's still Kalista, there's MF, a new champion that is really strong, and there's still Tristana and Corki that they're pretty strong too.
The advice that I would give for playing AD carries, I think focusing on your own mistakes is probably the most important. Although it's really easy to put your blame on your support. I think it's the most important thing is just to kind of move on from like lane phase. Like think about if you lose lane phase, then you still have more to go with. Like you have to actually think about what you can do next.
League of Legends is like a seesaw. For example, if the jungler is topside, that means all pressure is exerted on the top side, and you won't have vision or you won't have backup on the bot side. So that means when you're on the weak side, you don't have to do anything. You have to like play aggressive. If the play is being made topside, just play passive, mainly bot side, and vice versa.
Those are the most recent changes on some of the Ziff, but there's always going to be a lot more changes upcoming, and good luck in 2016.